Well, happy Easter to everybody, and welcome to my next version or installation of the Sunday morning blog. So anyway, I hope you all are out there celebrating the holiday weekend in whichever way you celebrate it. So happy. Anyway, it was a big week. It was a huge week, as we sort of talked about last week. But the most important thing is Nance turned 50 this week, so that was the biggest thing. So she is now in the AARP division of the age group. So welcome, Nance, to AARP and all that it brings. So 50 years old yesterday. It's awesome. So anyway, it was a huge week. And I'll start with that appointment that I had absolutely no idea what it was last week. So what it really was, it was a little weird, but it was to check my heart function before I started chemotherapy. And it was administered by a guy named Victor, who brought out some radioactive stuff he stuck in my arm and ran out of the room before they x-rayed me for 20 minutes. Anyway, well, I already got the cancer, so who the hell cares now? So that was that, and then Tuesday, my cat's in the room, by the way. He may chime in with commentary from time to time. That's Yoshi. Anyway, Tuesday was the port implantation. Went swimmingly well. You can see a little thing on my neck. That's part of it. The port goes in the chest, and then that's the they chose to use a vein in my neck to access, so that is that portion of the medical device. So easy peasy, in and out real quickly. So that was good. But my big accomplishment of the week, and I'm really proud of this, is I had complained loudly that the Cancer Institute Kleenex was absolutely insufficient. It was a single ply tissue that was maybe good for dispensing a pastry or something, but certainly not being sick, or sad into, right? If you were having an orthopedic surgery, maybe single ply is good for you, but if you have life-threatening cancer, I think you deserve 2-ply. Anyway, so I made a big stink about it, and the doctor agreed, so we went back to the appointment this week, and she had talked to the supply people, and they are now dispensing only 2-ply Kleenex in the Swedish Cancer Institute. So I feel like my accomplishment, my work is done. Everything is great and goodness. So there you go. I hope that someday they name a supply closet after me, the Sally Poliak Supply Closet, with endless supplies of 2-ply Kleenex. So anyway, little teeth cleaning, little wig shopping, little PT, learning how to stretch out those muscles again on the left side. And then we went to chemo school and learned all about what it's going to be like in the next 5 months, in particular the next 2 months, because that's the first round will be 2 months. Essentially, I will have, what do you call it? Three sort of appointments for each round of chemo. I'll go in on a Friday. They'll give me the medicine, and then I go in the next day and get sort of a shot, and then the following Friday they'll take my blood to make sure everything is A-okay with the blood counts. So and apparently there's kind of a predictable arc about when you feel not so good and when you feel good again. So that seems like you can sort of schedule around that or whatever. So anyway, so what I like to call is countdown to chemo. Chemo's going to start April 17th, that Friday. So we will kick it off in earnest and get things going then. So anyway, that means that I actually have a couple of really quiet weeks to kind of just do life and not worry so much about anything else. We'll probably pick out the wig. I got a couple more PT appointments, those types of things. But in essence, until the 17th, everything's pretty chill, and we'll be just doing life stuff. So that's all good. The other big thing that happened this week is I was actually offered a very cool job, which is great. Now I'm gonna chit-chat with them about start date, shall we say. But once I get everything nailed down, I will give you more details on this very exciting thing and when I'm going to start and all that kind of good stuff. So that's something kind of neat to look forward to during this sort of interesting medical period, I say, interesting medical period. So last couple things. Disturbingly, I am in last place in my bracket. And I really am having a tough time with that. Tough time. But Julie Beal and Mike DeMarco are tied. So I have and they're both have Duke as their final thing. So I think it's going to come down to the tiebreaker. Julie's got a combined point total of 122, and Mike, I think, has 140. So we'll see which one of them wins the bracket. But it's not going to be me. And that's tough. So anyway, no progress on the James Bond marathon this week because it was, well, you know, we've been busy. But that's it. All is good. Gonna hang out with our collective families today and do the Easter thing and then push on to next week. So anyway, hope you guys have a lovely weekend and we'll talk again next week. All right. Bye-bye.